Hey everybody, I'm Sean, and I have just watched the Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition, and then I put on my fancy comic book jacket to come on here and tell you what I thought of the additional scenes and how it impacts the movie as a whole. As for whether or not it's a better movie, I hope that's something that we'll decide on together, so once you've seen the Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition, please leave a comment below and let me know if you thought that the additional material is worth the added time and expense. This is a discussion video for people who have seen the movie, so spoiler warning. Okay, here's the thing. If you already like this movie, then the Ultimate Edition is going to give you a lot more for you to sink your teeth into. But the movie had some story problems that I was hoping the Ultimate Edition would fill in, but it doesn't so much fill in the holes as fill out the world. For example, right near the beginning, remember how all the blogs reported on how that photographer character that gets shot was supposed to be Jimmy Olsen? And everybody reacting to it online was all, why would you waste such an important character in such a frivolous manner? Well, in this version, Jimmy Olsen introduces himself to Lois Lane right away before they go anywhere. If they would have left that introduction in the theatrical cut, I'll bet you it would have affected the movie's Rotten Tomatoes score, because we all know who Jimmy Olsen is, and we would have felt like we've just been set up to think that he's going to be an important character in this movie. And then when he gets shot, it's this shocking twist. It would have been on par with that old Hitchcock movie, Psycho, where they set the audience up to think that Marion Crane is going to be the movie's main female character, and then it's a huge shock when she gets killed in the shower early in the movie. And we know from the comics that Jimmy Olsen is Superman's pal. Now the stakes are way higher, and when Superman shows up, his motivations are way more clear. Then it goes into a much longer sequence where the terrorists are burning bodies and the US is launching missiles that Superman takes out up in the sky. And that's the whole thing with this Ultimate Edition. They've added way more stuff to justify the brutal and mean tone of the movie so that the fans who wanted this to be an epic DC Comics smackdown are getting more of what they wanted. One of the changes I really liked was how Clark Kent, instead of ignoring the sports beat to investigate the Bat Vigilante, there's actually a Metropolis versus Gotham game specifically that he's supposed to be writing about. And we see Clark go to Gotham, bail on the story, and start asking people about Batman. It does a way better job of giving this idea that Batman's been around a while, but he's recently started to go crazy. So this Ultimate Edition shows us how this movie started out being this really interesting clash of ideas, but that just makes it all the more obvious when it starts making this wide turn towards the CGI slugfest at the end. The Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman basically amplifies everything you already thought about the movie. So if you're the fan who wanted the most epic, brutal, superpowered smackdown ever, the added material will make that smackdown when it comes even more engrossing. But it doesn't do anything for fundamental flaws like how did Lex Luthor know the heroes' identities? If you're caught up with those kinds of story problems or you wanted something more high-spirited to begin with, then the Ultimate Edition is just going to be even tougher to watch for you. It's like I said in my review of the theatrical cut, this movie is aimed very squarely at a very particular kind of fan, and the Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition is an A+ for that person. In fact, check out that review. I'll put the link in the cards, so tap your screen on mobile or hover your mouse over this corner of the screen to see why I called Batman v Superman the perfect movie even if it wasn't for me. And if you want to discuss these issues in greater detail or even just want to say what's up, get at me on Twitter. It's real easy. It's just my name, @SeanWard. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to let me know in a comment below what you thought of the Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition. And we'll see you Friday like we do every Friday with the next hilarious superhero parody video.